Dana, as we get closer to the first ever women's title fight in UFC history, which is happening on Saturday night, can you give us just a sense of how big this is for the sport?
Well, you know, I think it's not only is it big for our sport, but it's big for women in sports. If you remember what my stance was a couple of years ago on women's fighting in the UFC, I was very much against it until I was introduced to Ronda Rousey, met her, saw her fights, and now I couldn't be more excited for this weekend.
So Ronda is the reason you changed your mind, huh?
Well, Ronda is the reason that I started paying attention to that division, and yeah, she definitely got me involved. And then once I started to do my homework, some research, and started to really figure out how talented and how deep this weight class was, yeah, I was in.
What happens to women in the UFC after the fight?
After the fight?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
What will you continue to do? Will you have a women's division? Are there more?
Oh, after this fight on Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, right now, you know, Liz and Ronda are fighting on Saturday, and we've already signed 10 of the best women in the world at 135 pounds, and we're looking at another 5 right now.
What was the reason for the hesitancy in the first place?
Well, I've been around the sport since the beginning. I've been around for 15 years. And the sport has evolved a lot as far as the men are concerned, let alone the women. Now to get to a level where a lot of these women have been training for years. Some of these girls grew up training in mixed martial arts. And obviously Ronda Rousey is an Olympian, a medalist in judo in the Olympics, and has fought 9 fights. Mm-hmm. And her 9 fights total combined time is 9 minutes and 28 seconds. She's an incredible athlete. She's an incredible spokesperson for the sport. And when I tell you I'm all in on this thing, I'm all in. I could not be more pumped or excited for this fight on Saturday night.
What has the reaction been from the male fan base?
You know, it's been kind of mixed. You know, the one thing that I noticed, which I really didn't expect, was, you know, that a lot of people were upset that they're headlining the card. It's the only championship fight on the card. Ronda Rousey is a world champion. She's one of the best athletes in the world, and she deserves to be the headliner on Saturday night.
And have you gotten a sense yet of how it will help you grow your female fan base?
Yeah, you know, that's very interesting, because I think that what a lot of people don't realize, like where Ronda came from, you know, she's an Olympic athlete, and when the Olympics are over and she won her medal, there was nothing out there for her after that. I mean, this girl's been an athlete and a competitor her whole life, but there's a lot of other women out there that compete in wrestling, judo, taekwondo, and other types of martial arts that are very talented but have never been able to showcase their skills after they had Olympic competition or whatever it might be. Now they can come in here, be professional athletes, and make a lot of money.
How do you deepen that pool and get more women excited about actually stepping into the octagon?
That's what I think this fight's going to do on Saturday. Yeah. I think this fight is going to, you know, a lot of women are going to see. And that's what's happened with the sport over the last 13, 14 years. As this sport evolved, you have a lot of athletes from all over the world that maybe would have played soccer or baseball or basketball who ended up becoming professional fighters.
Don't be taking them away from soccer, by the way, Dana. How are the ticket sales ahead of Saturday?
Actually, last year at the Honda Center in Anaheim, we had Junior Dos Santos versus Cain Velasquez for the heavyweight title. The Rousey Carmouche card has actually sold more tickets and has a bigger gate than the heavyweight championship last year.
Wow. So we can expect women to continue to headline the cards in the future?
Absolutely.
All right, Dana, I know this week has been crazy for you. Congratulations on this fight on Saturday, and thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.